Hey guys, Martin Bennett here from the Loan Room. Today, what we're going to discuss is what has been the real impact from the Apra changes to lending over the last month. So, just to recap, Apra introduced tighter lending criteria, meaning what the banks are now doing, they're roughly increasing your serviceability requirements by 0.5%. So, it's now been roughly 1 month since that's been in place, and how has it affected people on a real level? So let's have a look. If you are a first home buyer and you're looking to buy a house, what we've noticed is unless your lending amount or what you're wanting to borrow was already on the brink and really tight, we really haven't seen any changes. So there's been a lot of people who they're buying their first homes. The impact of this hasn't affected them at all. The crowd of people or the type of clients we've really seen where it's been a really significant impact are those investors who may already have 2 or 3 properties and already say $1 million worth of debt and now wanting to either buy a new investment property or buy a new home. The reason this is having a much larger impact is because that variance in the rate that's now gone up is not just across one mortgage, it may be across 3 or 4 different home loans. So clearly that then compounds the effect that this has had on their borrowing capacity. We've been really fortunate that at the Loan Room, even with those clients where we've seen a massive impact, we've been able to find lenders, because all lenders have a slightly different policy, to still be able to fund so that they can meet their goals and objectives. Moving forward though, I think this is a place where people need to really take notice. And again, as I've mentioned, if you haven't gone back to check your existing approval from say a month ago, you really need to go in, check with your bank, check with your broker, make sure that approval is still relevant today. The last thing we want to see is people going out buying property on an approval that's expired. So where do we see this actually moving forward now? Well, moving forward, again, make sure more than ever you understand your expenses, you understand your incomes, and you understand the effect that these rate rises have actually had. Make sure you're still within, hey, we want to go buy a $700,000 home. Make sure you're still within those parameters and the lending hasn't knocked you out and now you need to drop that down to 650. And one of the team here at the Loan Room can always assist you, go through that, create the plan and actually be able to build you out so you can achieve your goals. If you're an investor or someone who has multiple properties and you're looking to upsize or continue that investment portfolio, now is the most important time, really in the last few years, to actually check and have the right strategy, to have the right debt structure so that these Apra changes don't affect you and actually take you out of a market that a lot of wealth has been created. So if you're one of those and you want to have a strategic appointment and sit down and really create the right debt structure for you, make sure you reach out to us here at the Loan Room. We're always happy to help.